It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe and Carrie.
You can listen to us on the K92.3 app and on this podcast.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Tuesday. Did you have a great day off yesterday? Let us know what you did for Labor Day weekend on the K92.3 app. Carrie, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy, which is how I like my weekends to be.
It was
usually.
busy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something new. We don't hear about that often from
Gabriel.
I'm just kidding. How was your weekend? Did you hang out with my wife and stuff on Saturday? I would know because I was golfing, but how did it go?
Yeah, it was good. I love hanging out with your wife. She's my favorite Glidden.
Fair. Not the first time I've heard that.
The newest and the favorite. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did some shopping with them like Saturday morning.
Oh, did you buy anything?
I bought a thing or two.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
Right.
But I needed a few things, so I actually did that. And then in the evening, I went to Des Moines to go see an Iowa Cubs game.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a lot
Sounds
of
like
fun.
you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did. And it was just, I love having a 3-day weekend because I feel like there's one day where you can like have a lot of fun, like one day to like relax, and then one day to actually like prep for the next day.
Yeah, to contribute to society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like just do some like chores that you really need to do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I was very happy about that. Gabe, how was your golfing? Did you putt your little heart out?
Yes, I did. It was a blast. I did not go shopping with you and my wife and just kind of the girls in my life and my friend's life. I went golfing with my buddy on Saturday. We went to a course we've never played, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a good time. I hadn't seen him in a while. I feel like I haven't played in a little bit either. Golfed in a little while. So it was just fun to get back to it.
You've been busy on some weekends.
I have been busy every weekend since the end of May. So you know what the best part was? Not only did I have to do nothing this weekend, we also had an extra day.
Yeah.
So I did nothing but sit. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. We're going to warm up our brain stems here this morning with the 5-second rule game. Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, which we have not one time ever followed the rules to the game, but in 5 seconds or less.
He did the air quotes thing.
Do me a solid here. Can you name 3 things that your cats have personally knocked over?
My will to continue on in this life, in this existence. Sincerely, they've knocked over. My sister got me. I'm a big fan. Okay, this might be weird. I'm a big fan of the Muppets. Like
That is weird. Yep.
My sister and I, like during COVID, we got really into watching like the Muppet TV shows, the Muppet movies. So my sister, she got me a little glass, and she made it on like Redbubble or something like that, and it had like a Muppet scene on it. It was very cute, and they knocked that over the second or third week that I had them. And then on Friday, they knocked over my nice olive oil. It was a glass container. I'd never gotten a glass olive oil container before. And they
Darn. I think you can replace it.
But it still cost me money. I hardly used it.
Yeah, I understand.
And then what else did they knock over? They've knocked over pictures and stuff before.
Sure.
They've done that. I hate when they do the thing where they're like patting the side of the cup and then they knock it over. Like, dude, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe,
I'm with you.
Can you name 3 things that your dog is
That my dog is
chewed on?
Yeah, saw it coming. Saw it coming here. I've been prepping this for months.
For months.
My fake Crocs. When she was 4 months old.
Your frocks.
That's right, my fake Crocs. Little sweet Winona got into them, and they were no more. I had to put them in the box and bury them in the backyard.
Did you really bury them?
No.
You did a little funeral?
They were destroyed beyond belief.
That's why you got to invest
So that
in real
wasn't
Crocs.
great. She has chewed on a remote control.
Yeah, and you saw that. Like when you were at like a car dealership.
On the pet cam.
And you're like, I'm sorry, Corey. I know we're making a big purchase right now, but I gotta
run home before our dog dies chewing on batteries.
Or you have to like pat the side of her to change the channel.
Yeah, right. Or anytime she barks. So remote control, Crocs, and we used to have this like kind of wicker basket sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that's perfect to non.
Yeah, when she was younger, she found out she could get her teeth behind it. So lo and behold, we don't have that anymore, and it's not a problem. Thank goodness.
There we go.
Yeah, that was all when she was, 5 to 8 months old or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, I want you to name 3 colors that you can associate with like a holiday or cause.
Pink for breast cancer.
I'm glad you said that one because that was on the TV behind you.
Okay, there we go. Orange for Halloween.
Yep.
And can I say green and red for Christmas?
Sure. Overachiever.
Yeah. And blue for Hanukkah. Throw that in for our Jewish listeners.
I love it. Let's do it.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, let's go.
There we go. Gabe, can you name 3 fancy things you might get from the grocery store? Fancy things.
Fancy things?
Fancy things.
Is a ribeye steak fancy?
Yeah, that's fancy.
I don't know if they're fancy really, but they can be expensive.
They feel fancy.
The nice wine glasses, the crystal wine glasses.
There we go.
And then I'll call fine china. Can you get fine china at the grocery store though?
You can get paper plates, and that to me is fine china.
I'm fine with eating off them. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm fine with eating my Chinese food off of it. We're good to go.
Carrie, in 5 seconds or less, we'll each do one more here. In 5 seconds or
Okay.
less, can you name, well, our time is getting long here.
Okay.
In 5 seconds or less, can you name 3 shoe brands that you own?
Doc Martens.
Oh, Dr. Martin. Great guy.
Yeah, great.
Or lady.
Yeah, we
Could
don't
be
know.
either.
I have Vans for when I go skating. And my New Balance shoes, which are my favorite shoes.
Let's
I
go.
love my New Balance shoes.
Yeah.
My white dad shoes.
Yeah. If only they helped you with your balance.
You know, that wasn't necessary.
It made me laugh.
Gabe, was that kind? Was that necessary? Did that add anything to what we're talking about right
Carrie, we do a radio show. It's our job to provide entertainment.
now? It's not our job to bully each other. Gabe, can you name 3 movies that you saw in theaters?
In my life?
Yeah.
Oh, The Lion King.
Oh,
Great movie.
you saw that in theaters?
In theaters.
Wow.
Great in theaters movie at the time. The Revenant.
I saw that in
with
theaters.
Leonardo DiCaprio. And what? I want to think of a good one. Oh, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Great flick. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and it can be kind of surprising when you come across someone who is strangely good at something that's unexpected. It can be really cool, or as the kids say, Carrie, it can also be sus or a little bit suspect, all right?
I can't stand when you say that.
What are some everyday skills that would be suspicious if you're just a little too good at them? You're a little too good at cleaning up bloodstains.
Well, here's the thing.
A little too good at digging holes.
Ladies, I think we can all say that we're good at cleaning those up.
Okay. Goodness.
That's not suspicious.
Gracious.
That's just the facts of life, fam.
Goodness.
I tend to remember like random weird facts about people, and people are like, whoa, what? I told you that? I was like, yeah, you did. So that looks suspicious, I feel like. It seems like I'm Googling them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are a few ones that we can definitely talk about. Lying, if you're really good at lying.
Yeah, if you're really
sus.
good at that, that's a bit sketch, yeah.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah, remembering license plates.
I can't do that at all.
Unless,
I don't even know mine, and I've had the same
me
car
too.
for like
I have
5
to
years.
go, like every time I go to a hotel, I have to go and like take a photo of my
Yes,
license
me too.
plate.
Yep. I can't either.
But I can remember like the vanity plates.
Yeah, but those are different. I think those are meant to be kind of remembered because
Yeah.
they're not out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Or they're not ordinary, excuse me. They are out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
So
like-
it sticks out in your brain a little more than someone who has MLS 263.
You know there's someone with that license plate who's listening right now.
Sorry.
We saw you running that red light.
That's right.
Digging deep holes.
Yeah,
That's
if
another
you're
one.
good at digging holes or you can do it a little too fast, that better be part of your job. But if you're just,
really
you're
good at that.
Yeah, your average hole digger. All right, that's a little bit sketchy.
Yeah. If you're really good at cutting meat, I don't trust you.
Yeah,
Like,
it better be a part of your job, or you better really have a hobby that you do every day.
yeah, you better be a butcher or like a well-trained
Or like
doctor.
a hunter or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hunting, also, I respect the hunting, but if you're really good at hunting, I'm just like, I'm nervous sometimes.
No, you stay alive if you are in a plane crash.
True.
I don't know what I just tried to say
But
there.
I also could be like one of the first people eaten in a plane crash, Yellow Jacket style.
Well, this kind of goes along with what you're saying. I found this one on the internet, and this one is so true. There was a man who said he and his wife went to a shooting range and fired a variety of guns for the first time. Just something to do.
Yeah.
Great, 14th date or whatever. And his wife's accuracy was shockingly good. I don't exactly know what this means, but his wife's accuracy with a Glock gun was expert level. The trainer actually whispered to the guy as his wife was shooting, like, I would go check her background. That would be kind of scary, but kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like
hey, your wife's a bad ace.
Yeah, I bet there's plenty of guys who are like, man, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. Let us know, what are some everyday skills that you think would be a little bit suspicious if you're way too good at it? It's the K-Country Morning Show. My name is Gabe Glidden, and college football is back, and what a nice weekend for the state of Iowa in general, kind of no matter what team you cheer for. If you're a UNI football fan, they beat Valparaiso 35-7, an absolute stomping. Iowa, the University of Iowa, they won 40-0, which is not even really a football game at that point, despite the fact that head coach Kirk Ferentz was absent, and Iowa State 21-3 over North Dakota. A clean sweep, I'd say, here in the big three schools in Iowa for football. Glad football is back. Hopefully you had an awesome day off yesterday. On the way, Tim McGraw, and we will have some Nashville news for you as well here on the K-Country Morning Show.
It's the K-Country Morning Show on K92.3, and it's time for your Nashville, first day back on the job, guys. Nashville News Minute. It's not too often someone can say they rode a horse down Sunset Boulevard, but when you're Post Malone, nothing is out of the ordinary. TMZ caught up with Posty riding horseback alongside Dwight Yoakam during the filming of a music video in Hollywood, and it seems like another country collaboration is in the works. In the video, both Posty and Dwight are decked out on their horses, singing along and cruising past the Roxy on the Sunset Strip. There are also going to be some other interesting people in this music video. Shaun White and Nina Dobrev are just a few of the A-listers who will be in this music video for some reason. There's no word on when this is coming out, though, so this is going to be a thing we want to keep an eye on. So check it out on the K92.3 app.
Shaun White, snowboarder.
Yeah.
Is Nina Dobrev, is she from
She's a model, I
those
think.
vampire shows?
I think she is. Like she's a model, isn't she?
I have no idea.
Man.
The name sounds pretty familiar.
I bet we're going to have all the Nina Dobrev fans coming for our next today.
Check it out on the K92.3 app. Coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, don't forget it is a Talk Back Tuesday. So we'll have to try to help someone solve their problems coming up after 7 here on the K-Country Morning Show.
Thank you to everyone who actually had to go in yesterday, our first responders, people who work in certain businesses. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, it's funny how like Labor Day is supposed to be a celebration of the labor force.
Yep.
But then there's a good chunk of people who don't get to take the day off. So that's kind of frustrating. So I understand that for a lot of people. But let me tell you, if you did have the day off,
it's incredible.
It was fantastic.
It's
Great.
awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
The weather was beautiful. It was perfect. Honestly, a perfect weekend too when it comes to being outside.
Well, I was a little sick, so I got to just spend the entire weekend pretty much like Sunday, Monday inside. So nice.
Sure.
Not having to worry about like doing things when you're not feeling like the best.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, having yesterday off was great. Corey and I woke up or whatever, and then we went and got like a good breakfast, and it was,
Ooh.
I don't know, 10:30, 11.
You have to tell me where you went off the air.
And we're just like, why don't we just have 3-day weekends? We'll just work real hard Tuesday through Friday.
Honestly, here's the thing. I would totally be down to clown for that. Hey, bosses. Hey, corporate America.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to get some people who are a little bit they wish they got the day off and they didn't get the day off. So, again, we're sorry about that if you did not have yesterday off. It was great. I'll tell you that.
Right now, 52 and sunny. Kind of a chilly start to your morning, and today should be great. Another day just like yesterday in the 70s with some sunshine. Jordan Davis, Carrie Underwood, Drew Baldridge, and then we'll have our Talk Back Tuesday coming up in about 10 minutes where we need your help, and a listener will need your help just with some advice and potentially some problem solving. It's K92.3, and today is Tuesday. It's not Monday. Tuesday, as we're back at work here. Which we dive right on into a Talk Back Tuesday this morning. Yeah,
so we got this email. We're keeping everything anonymous. So if you have any thoughts or opinions, message us in the K92.3 app or even give us a call, 833-4985. We also have this up on Facebook. So here we go. Here's the email that we got. Hey, Gabe and Carrie, I usually go to the gym, shower, and wash my hair and walk about 10 minutes to the office. The thing is that
going to the gym early in the morning, that's a W from me right off the bat. I couldn't do it.
I want to start. I want to start like getting up and like actually like maybe going for like a little hot girl walk around the block or something to just get my body, like my blood flowing. But back to the task at hand. Task at hand. The thing is, that means my hair is usually wet until about noon. My boss calls me into her office this week and told me I am being unprofessional and wrote me up. I'm a 28-year-old woman and work in a financial firm, but nobody ever really sees me in the office on certain days anyway. I feel like this is harassment, but want to hear from other people. Friends and coworkers have told me it's a bad look, while others have told me that they don't have a right to comment on my appearance. What do you think? Here's my opinion.
I think you already know where I'm going to go with this.
Like, you don't care.
This is, we have way more things to worry about in our lives than this. This is stupid.
I agree. And also, I'm going to say this. Maybe this is like a hot take. Maybe this is just me thinking this. The people who usually come into work with like wet hair, like the people that it's noticeable for are people with long hair. Who stereotypically has long hair? It's the women in the office. So this is just like, I don't know. I just think this is unfair, especially because like a guy like Gabe could wash his hair and he could come into work and no one could notice.
I probably wouldn't notice much, no.
They'd notice that it's clean, but if it's still wet, they would hardly notice. They're like, ooh.
I don't even know if they'd notice it was clean. My hair's pretty short. I mean, I do need another haircut, but it's pretty short.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But if I come into work, I've come into work a few times with my hair wet.
And it's gross. No. I'm just kidding.
I have come into work once in my entire like adult career life with like a little like, not a towel, but a little t-shirt wrapped around my head to make sure it dries out.
I have seen that,
Yeah,
yes.
that was like when I was about to go to Hinterland, I remember. But I just think it's like, this is something that is a problem that happens a lot more often with women. And I think like, if you're clean, this is a sign that you're clean, dude. Like, chill out. Like, she's not stinking up the place.
Yeah, this sounds stupid to me.
She doesn't have lice. You know that for sure.
Unless you're on like the I don't even know, the sales meeting or the pitch of the decade, then maybe, get the hair dry, I guess.
Yes,
but if it's your average Tuesday at work, who cares?
I also think it does depend on the job. Like, I think if you're like, hypothetically, if you're president of the United States and you go into like a meeting in the Oval Office and your hair's wet, they'll be like, whoa, why is the president's hair wet? What's going on here? But like if you or I, Joe Schmo, who like hardly sees anyone usually on a good day, come in with our hair wet, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone would notice if my hair was wet.
That's the thing that drives me nuts, but everyone would notice if my hair was wet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. This sounds stupid to me.
I just am so annoyed because I remember there would be a girl who would come into school with her hair wet and nobody would give two hoots. But all of a sudden, it's a big thing. But let us know what you think. Maybe we're thinking about it from a different perspective than you are. Message us on the K92.3 app. Give us a call, 833-4985. I think you're clean. Good for you. Taking a shower can be exhausting sometimes. You made it.
I mean, I guess also this does sort of depend. I mean, if she just got called in the office and written up, if you're a boss and you really, really don't want someone to have wet hair, then that's probably a conversation you need to have before you go straight to like writing someone up. That seems a bit ridiculous to me. Now, if this is like the 20th time, all right, then probably, show up with dry hair, I guess, or find a job that'll let you show up with wet hair. That's the alternative. So if this is like an ongoing, hey, could you not do this? Could you not do this? Could you not do this? Then fine, I get it.
Exactly.
But in general, I mean, who cares?
If this is the first time she's hearing about like
I have a zip up hoodie today on at work, Carrie.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we have one of them jobs where it really doesn't matter how we look per se.
Yeah.
But if we have wet hair, no one's going to care.
Exactly. I'm wearing a crop top right now. So,
are you? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
For you. You should try a crop top. You'd kill it.
Yeah, I think it's hard for us to judge like professional appearance a lot because we do get to kind of roll up and throw on sort of whatever.
I've rolled up to the office with like sweatpants, hoodies, just like
hoodies for sure.
Like I'm looking like a rat. I've looked like a wet rat before at this office.
On the way, we've got Morgan Wallen.
I'll admit it. I
don't know why that's so funny. Morgan Wallen, Luke Bryan coming up. We'll get to your comments after on the K.
The thing that's making you laugh is because you can picture the exact outfit.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's K Country Morning Show. It's a Talk Back Tuesday. I'm Gabe Glidden. That's Miss Carrie Mack. Wet hair at the workplace. Is it professional or unprofessional?
In my opinion, who gives a flip? Come on. What are we doing here?
You know, when I heard the beginning to that in that word, I was moving something on my laptop over here, and I was like, well, that dump button's a little far away. I hope Carrie knows where she's going with that.
No, but like, why does it matter? Like, I feel like it's just... it just annoys me so much. Like, there are so many other things you could be worrying about when it comes to your job, like performance, how much money you're making.
Did you bring snacks?
Exactly.
For the rest of the class?
Did you like pay the $5 so we can get like a birthday cake for Bob? It's his like 50th. It's a big one for him.
Yeah, on an average regular day, I'm definitely a who cares. If you're, on some big giant meeting or you have the sales pitch of the century, that's a little bit of a different story. And also, unless this is something that's been talked about like 20 times, like a bunch, where it's pretty clear, hey, boss doesn't like this, maybe I should stop doing it. Unless that's pretty established, who cares? There's so many other things you can worry about at work than one employee who may have damp-ish hair.
Yeah, damp hair versus wet hair are completely different things. I've come into work with like wet hair because
are super unprofessional, Carrie.
Exactly. I do not think I would be an adult in a real adult job. No, it just happens. Like, it happened once because of the music festival, and I wanted to be clean before it. But we got some good responses on Facebook and on the K92.3 app. Jen said, at least she is clean. I feel it's more unprofessional to be stinking up the whole office. That's kind of what I said, Jen.
Yeah.
Would you rather have stink lines coming out of your head? Like in the cartoons, or for your hair to be a little bit damp?
What's that guy's name from Charlie Brown?
Oh, yeah.
The dirt all over him?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Would you rather
now.
be him or would you rather be Aquaman? Come on. The wet look is in right now. Melissa said, considering my hair is wet at work now, I think it's okay. As long as it's not an unbrushed mess.
Yeah.
If you look like you tried, come on, let's do this thing.
That would be so funny if Melissa was like, well, my hair's really wet at work right now, and I think it's absolutely disgusting.
And I just got fired.
That'd be great. That part wouldn't be great, but it'd be a funny story.
It would be. Tori said, oh, totally unfair. Kennedy said, I don't see why it matters if she's not seeing hardly anyone. If she hadn't showered for a month, I agree. They would have said anything. If it's included in the employee handbook, that's one thing, but it's probably not. LOL. That's a very good point, Kennedy. If it's in the employee handbook, then we got to change our tune a bit. It depends on the job and the level of professionalism you're expected to meet. As an office employee, I don't think it matters, but obviously the president shouldn't have wet hair for a meeting. That's true.
Yeah, fair point.
And I think, like, teachers, I don't recall any of my teachers growing up going into class with wet hair, I don't recall that at all.
That's interesting. I'd have to really dig through the memory bank. I don't know if they had wet hair, what's it called, where it, like, appears wet, but it's more like a styling gel.
Like slicked back?
No, I don't know. Where it's almost looks like shiny. It's almost like, when dudes get like gel and they like slick their hair back or something like that. Isn't there something you can spray in your hair that kind of gives it that like appearance where it's kind of shiny?
Water.
No, that's obviously not what I'm talking about.
The only thing I could think of is a gloss. Like a gloss or something like that.
I know
like
zero.
A lot of hair gel. I remember for Halloween I put a lot of hair gel in my hair and it was like knocking on a coconut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that
with
sort
you
of
on
thing.
that, for sure.
Let's see. Keep these coming on the K92.3 app. We got a good response from Russ that I definitely want us to talk about.
We'll have that coming up in just a little bit here on the K Country Morning Show. Chris Young is on the way this morning for us, and our Talk Back Tuesday continues. Is wet hair in the office unprofessional? It's K Country Morning Show. And you know one thing I do love here, Miss Carrie? That's Carrie Mack. I'm Gabe. You know what I do love about the K Country Morning Show and the individuals who hang out with us in the morning?
Tell me, Gabe.
When we can't think of the name of something or don't know
what
something is, we're instantly getting help. Thank you, Kennedy. You thought of exactly what I'm trying to think of.
Hair mousse.
I think Gabe is thinking of hair mousse.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Some good old Rocky and Bullwinkle in the old hair up there.
Yeah, I completely blanked. I was like, hair gel.
I couldn't either. Because I don't use any of it. I buzz my hair.
I haven't used mousse in a hot second. I'll be honest. Unless it's like for a fancy event. I just like brush out the hair.
not obviously, but you and I have had this conversation before, but I had pretty long hair at one point.
Yeah.
And I never grew up with long hair. I always just buzzed it. I didn't like sitting there during haircuts. It was probably like an impatient thing.
Yeah.
So I've just been buzzing my hair for so long. Any hair product, I have no clue what it's called, what it really does, what it's for. Because my hair's, the size of like your pinky nail, the length of your pinky nail most times. But anyway.
Gabe's got it buzzed. And Catherine also said, Gabe, the Charlie Brown character is Pigpen.
That's right.
The character we were talking about. Yep. Would you rather be like, a Pigpen, or would you rather be just like Jason Momoa, hair a little bit damp, looking your best though?
Yeah. So to answer our question, I'm kind of the opinion. It definitely depends on the job you have, I'd say. And it also kind of depends on what's expected of you at work. If you're on some big, important meeting or pitch or sales, whatever, or I don't know, whatever the case may be, then you probably should go for having probably some dry or hair. But at the end of the day, I kind of couldn't care less. And it depends on if this is something your boss has asked of you before. And getting written up for the first time is so stupid.
I also think it's part of like your position too. Like if you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company and you come in with your hair wet to work, that's definitely a no-go. But if you're just, you're in the position that this woman is, then I think it's totally fine to have your hair be a little bit damp. She didn't just pop out of the shower. She went to the gym. She did all that. She's maintaining her appearance. All of that stuff.
Sopping wet is different.
Yeah,
that's
completely.
A bit wild.
If there's like a trail.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Yeah.
But just some damp shower hair, I mean, get over it.
Yeah. Dakota Dave said, so pack a hair dryer. I personally wouldn't want to sit with wet hair. I also don't think it should matter much to anyone else, though.
Yeah, could bring a small hair dryer. Sprint on into the old company bathroom.
Yeah, Tyan said, I work in healthcare and have come to work with my hair wet, but I usually wear it up when it's like that. So harder to tell. If she isn't seen by others, then not sure what the issue is. And what was she talked about before being wrote up? Very good question. Also, that's what I do. If my hair is wet, I just put it up.
Yeah.
Put it up in a little bun or a little ponytail.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. It'd be interesting what if there was a little more context to this. If it was like the 15th, 20th time the boss person was just like, hey, could you not come in here with wet hair?
Yeah.
At some point, the boss has got to do something. If they made it clear they don't like that or they find it unprofessional, they have to do something. Otherwise, obviously, it'll never change. But it would all just kind of depend, as we've seen in the comments, on maybe the employee handbook.
Yeah. A woman farmer in Edgewood said, have you told your boss your morning routine? Ask her if she'd rather have you come in sweaty and stinky from the gym. Otherwise, I guess I don't feel like you should have to accommodate, because that's just silly. Like Carrie said, if it's a guy did it, nobody would even blink. And I bet you could style your hair with gel when it's wet so it gets curly or something. And it kind of has that wet look that Gabe was talking about. So that's a very good point.
Hey, right on. Yeah, and it is curly. That's what I have pictured in my brainstem right now.
Yeah.
Kind of curly, shiny, wet-looking hair.
Exactly.
I had some teachers do that, but I never thought their hair was wet.
Yeah.
I just thought there was stuff in it.
Iowa girl from Plainfield said, the wet hair thing is so stupid. OMG, on a normal day-to-day, it's fine. I would rather see someone with wet hair than all greasy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you.
Also, I will say this, very good compromise, dry shampoo.
Sure.
Let me tell you, dry shampoo.
What is that?
It's, if you don't wash your hair, you can put it in to give it a little bit more like life and make sure it's not greasy. I put it in like I wash my hair maybe once or twice a week. So like if I'm feeling it's a little bit greasy and I don't feel like, doing a full like wet hair shower, I just spray it. So it gives it some more va-va-voom and stuff.
My buddies and I would call those like not full on washing every single hair follicle showers. We like to call that the good old athlete rinse. Yeah, I'm just going to hop in for a quick 5-minute athlete rinse and jump on out. Which is so stupid, because after athletics, you should probably use soap. You know what I mean?
Well, not saying you don't use soap necessarily. It's just you just don't wash your hair.
I'm going to hit the athlete rinse.
Yeah, like you just... there are days where I just don't wash my hair. I still use soap on my body.
I know.
I've also, if I don't have time to, grab the soap, but I just, want to, a rinse off, I call it a birdie bath. You hit all the essentials, and then you get going.
On the way, we have Shabuzi, and this is a special song for a couple of people, which we'll explain why after the song, which is on the way here on the K Country Morning Show. Involves some stuff that happened at Football Friday last Friday.
Yeah.
It's the K Country Morning Show, and that song was dedicated to two very special young ladies today.
Yeah, we went to Football Friday on Friday in Denver, and we had a great time. We got to hang out with a lot of cool people. We even met the football coach.
That's right.
For Denver. He listens to us, apparently.
Very sweet guy.
Very sweet guy.
Tough on the field, but very sweet guy off the field.
Tough on the field, but he was recruiting us. He was like, hey, maybe next year if you guys want to, Carrie, you could definitely be the quarterback. Gabe, you could be like offensive lineman, all that stuff. But there were two little girls who we were talking to at the very end of our time there. Their names were Jada and Jalen, and they listened to us.
Let's go, Jada and Jalen.
And we were like, hey, what song do you want to hear? We'll dedicate a song to you on Tuesday when we're back in the office officially. And they were like, we like the Shabuzi song. And we're like, we like the Shabuzi song too.
So we'll get it on for you. So
there we go.
Big shout out to those two this morning from us here at the K Country Morning Show. Big shout out to Denver. It was fun. We had a great time throwing footballs around and just hanging out, handing out shirts, playing tunes, shaking hands, kissing babies.
It was really fun. We got to meet some really cool people. We met some people who've never heard us before and people who are frequent listeners. So it was nice to meet a variety of people out there.
Yeah, if I can't, did we also meet the principal?
You were playing football with the principal.
That's right.
You were playing catch, and I got it on video.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Athleticism
Look at that.
its finest right there. Peak athletes.
My favorite part was Gabe would be like, hey, you want to toss the old pigskin around? And people would be like, no, or yeah, let's go.
On the way, Connor Smith will jump on into our 8 o'clock hour. And we have talked about red flags in the dating sphere on the K Country Morning Show, but we've never talked about these types of red flags. Have you ever met someone that is just a little bit too good at something that could be concerning? Do you have a friend who's really good at, just digging big holes? We'll talk about it when we get there in the 8 o'clock hour on the K Country Morning Show. Flag. If you're really good at like digging holes, maybe the size of a grave.
Yeah.
Probably a little sketchy.
Maybe if you're a little too good at tying knots.
Yeah, right.
That could mean a few things, a few different things.
Like what, Carrie?
It could mean that you're a Boy Scout.
Yeah. Maybe you work at sea.
Maybe you work at sea. Or maybe
not a whole lot of sea around Iowa.
Maybe the river.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What else do you think?
I think that if you have an everyday skill that is a bit of a red flag, if you're too good at it, let us know in the K92.3 app.
Oh, you chicken. Luke Combs. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. What everyday skill can start to become a little suspicious if you're too good at it, Carrie?
Honestly, this is just wild. People online are talking about those everyday skills that become suspicious if you're too good at them, like Gabe said. A few of the most interesting ones include digging deep holes.
Yeah, if you're real good at digging holes.
I'm sorry. What is going on here?
What are you doing on your Tuesday evening?
Hopefully you're getting some sleep and not, taking out the trash, if you know what I mean, brother.
Yeah, or you're using an excavator.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. If you're good at walking silently, I don't trust you.
Yeah, if you can walk without making a sound.
No,
that is a skill from a movie.
Yeah, because when I walk, it's like you can hear me from.
Yeah, I kind of walk like an elephant.
Yeah. I also have I have a carabiner, so I don't lose my stuff.
It's quite literally like, we should put a bell around her. That is your keys.
Exactly. And I feel like the gym teacher who's like, oh, I guess we're going outside. You can hear Miss Mack coming down the hall because of those keys. Remembering random details people mention in passing.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to do that.
It depends on if it's something you're interested in. If it's something you're interested in, remembering it, I don't think is that sketchy. But if it's just some random out of the blue thing, a little sketchy.
Yeah.
What about this, Carrie? Knowing how to use a lockpick set or get into a house or car quickly when someone has locked themselves out. Unless you're a locksmith. Mm-hmm. You've been watching one too many YouTube videos.
I don't like that. I will admit this as someone who frequently loses her keys. I would have loved to have that skill.
Sure.
But also, imagine the power I'd have.
Yeah.
If I just never had to bring my keys anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I find this one story that we've got on the K92.3 app. It was messaged to us. It involves a gentleman, we're not going to say this person's name, and his wife going to the shooting range. We'll have more details coming up in 10 on the K Country Morning Show. But what's an everyday skill that could be a little suspicious if someone's too good at it? It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Is there a skill or are there skills that might just be an everyday thing? You know, sure, you know how to walk without making a sound, or
Maybe you were a ballerina in another life.
yeah, or you can kind of BS your way out of any situation.
That's us.
Yeah, exactly. Or we're going to let this person remain anonymous just out of the funny privacy of this story. I do love this, and I'm assuming that this isn't that big of a deal. But we did get a message on the K92.3 app that says this person, him and his wife went to a shooting range and fired a variety of guns for the first time.
Okay.
His wife's accuracy with a Glock was expert level. The trainer whispered to the guy, check her background. What if at one point she was working for the CIA or the Secret Service or whatever, and she was in witness protection?
But don't guys kind of find that hot?
Yeah, probably. Some would, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
some
go.
would for sure.
Another one, someone messaged us in on the K92.3 app. Not that they know how to do this, but that it would be very interesting if someone else knew how to do this.
Sure.
Tim from Reedland said, knowing all the ways a drug test can provide a false positive.
Yeah, I suppose, unless you work in that type of line of work.
Yeah.
If you're just really trying to beat the system or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I feel you.
This is a good one. Remembering license plates.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that.
I can't even remember my own license
I don't
plate.
either.
Every time I go to a hotel, I take a
You have
photo
to
of the
take a
license
photo.
plate.
Yeah, so do I.
And the worst part is, I probably have so many photos of my license plate on my phone.
Yeah, that if your
I
phone
could have
ever
just-
got jacked.
I could, yes, but also I could just go back and look.
yeah, right,
Why did I
right,
do
right.
that? Why did
Yeah.
I think about that?
Now, there's a lot of people at a casino, I think, that could show up like this. Anyone who can work with a deck of cards really well, I think a skill like that could be kind of suspicious for multiple reasons. But, you know, if you're really good at that sleight of hand kind of stuff, you could probably... I don't want to put this out in the universe, but I'm going to. You could probably be a pretty successful like pickpocket person.
Yeah, probably.
Which is terrible. But I'm just saying, if you got some skill around a deck of cards, I think that could be a little suspicious.
Also, like maybe you're counting cards at the casino.
Yeah, that
you
too.
Never know.
Yeah.
We got a message from Kelsey in Waverly. She said she went back home from college one day and she whooped her dad's butt at darts 3 times in a row. And her dad said to her, "You've been in the bar too much, haven't you?"
It's K92.3. Happy Tuesday. I don't want to speak for Carrie, but I think as a collective, a 3-day weekend is awesome.
Oh, it is so nice.
Pretty sick.
It is.
We need to switch to that.
I was so again. We're very lucky. We have a very great job. We get to talk to people every single day. We get to hang out with each other. We get to just have fun and do fun things and talk about interesting things. But let me tell you, a job is a job, and when you don't have to go into that job, it's a great day.
It's awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's right. We are glad to be here with you, of course. And once again, very, very cool job that we have. But having yesterday off was pretty nice. But the problem is, Carrie, when you have 3 days off, you might just get a little bit rusty when you go back to work. You almost have to, lube up the brainstem a little bit to try to get the gears flowing.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, so what do we like to, for example, Carrie, here, in 5 seconds or less, what is something that starts with the letter G?
Gabe.
See what I'm saying? Right there, you thought fast. We're going to play some Think Fast
There
in
we
about
go.
10
Look
minutes.
at
All right. Think Fast coming up on the K-Country Morning Show. If you're listening from your car, listening from your work, wherever you're listening from, you can play along with us. That's in 10 on K92.3. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Tuesday. Carrie, do you want to play a game with me here?
No. Yes. Imagine I just said no and walked out. That'd be so funny. I think it'd be funny.
Carrie, quick, how do you spell your name?
Keri.
All right, good. When you go to the doctor and they do like the little simple tests before you go on into the big test? Mm-hmm. That was a test for you.
You know what's also super funny? When someone asks you your name and you're like, Carrie, Gabe. Like you forget.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real tough question.
Yeah, I know.
That's like, have you ever, it kind of reminds me of that. Have you ever been at like the grocery store or Target or whatever?
I've been to a few.
Yeah, and you're checking out and the cashier is like, you're like, hey, how's your day going? And they're like, good. And you're like, yep, thanks, mine too. And they didn't ask.
No, that doesn't happen to me at all, Gabe, actually.
Okay. You want to go first, Carrie? I can ask you some questions. You can think fast, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first. I'll ask you. So we're playing our game, Think Fast. Gabe, all of these answers for Think Fast, they begin with an SH, a shush sound.
Shush? Okay.
Yeah, a shh sound.
Okay. Okay.
Just for clarification.
I got to be very careful.
Shh. Okay. You might do this to shoes.
Shuck them in the garbage.
I'll accept that. You can also say shine.
Oh, okay.
What's a kind of story?
A kind of story?
That starts with
a short one.
Yeah, there we go. It's painful to be kicked here.
The shin.
Yeah, or the shorts.
Oh, sure.
If you've had chicken pox, you may someday get this.
Shingles.
There we go. It stinks. Shingles sounds fun. It sounds like Pringles, but it's bad.
Shingles does not sound fun at all.
It sounds like Pringles.
I could not disagree more. Hey, I've got shingles. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I know. But if you're like, I got a can of shingles out back, it sounds like you got some Pringles. You might celebrate by doing this.
I'm waiting for you to give me the hint.
A shot.
A shot.
Yeah, there we go. You can celebrate by giving it a shot.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I don't really drink a ton anymore, so I don't think about that.
Okay, right on. Okay. This category is lame. So think of these like
this category is lame?
Yeah,
okay.
Just give me examples of lame things for this.
Okay.
A lame theme for a party.
Does it start with SH?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, a lame theme for a party?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think any theme at a party is pretty lame.
You just hate
Disney.
Okay. You just hate joy. A lame concert to go see.
That's rude. I don't want to do that to any. There are concerts I would not want to go see.
But you think it's okay to say that all party themes are lame?
I do think they're lame, yes. But that's not attacking anyone individually. If I pick a concert that I think would be lame, that's attacking the people in that band.
You could say the Wiggles.
I would say any kind of... Sure, let's do the Wiggles.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure.
What's a lame name for a dog?
Fred. Okay. If I ever get a second dog, I'm naming it Fred.
I can't stand it.
I love that name.
What's a lame place to go for vacation?
Well, I think it would kind of depend.
This is think fast, not think hard.
Well, I mean, a lame thing to do for vacation, for me, what would be lame? Mm-hmm. I would say anything like ultra touristy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Come for my throat, won't ya?
I'm not trying to. That's why I'm thinking about this very carefully.
It's think fast, not think careful.
Do you want me just to say what's right on the top of my head?
Go.
Okay.
Say it.
Well, I don't have one for that. You have to ask me a new question.
What's a lame place for a birthday dinner?
New York.
You just think New York is like... What?
A lame place for a birthday dinner? New York. I ain't going.
New York is a cool place.
A lame place for a birthday dinner would be Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, there we go. That's all I have.
But when you're a kid, that's the coolest thing in the world.
Okay. That's all I have for you for Think Fast.
I kind of broke the rules there. That's all right.
Yeah, it's Think Fast, not Think Careful, Gabe.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. It's 9 o'clock, 57 and sunny. Actually, a fairly chilly start when you stepped out the door this morning. It was only 51 when I left my house. It felt great.
I didn't hate it.
That's only a couple of degrees away from in the 40s.
I love
when
that.
When you think about it.
I am so happy. I'm just stoked that it's starting to feel a little bit like fall. It's officially spooky season, so I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to embrace just all the fall things. I'm going to really just become very basic this time of year, this time around.
This time around?
Yeah, because
What about all the other times?
Well, beforehand, I was big on summer, but now, after how hot it's been, I'm just like, oh, when is summer going to end?
Okay. Yeah,
So-
we've reached that time of the year where the months really shine.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok or
Yep.
something.
Yep. September, October, November.
Yes.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Miss Carrie Mack. We're going to play Think Fast here this morning just to get everyone's brains warmed up for the work week. You know, you had a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to just get reacclimated into going to work, even though you probably are, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But let's do it. All right, Carrie, are you ready?
I am ready for Think Fast. I don't know what that voice was. Sorry.
All right, something that whistles starting with a T.
Trevor. I bet there's a guy named Trevor who knows how to
100%.
whistle.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Prove you're wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't do it.
What's another answer I could have given?
Train.
Oh, true.
All right, something that cries starting with a B.
A baby.
That's right. Something that rings starting with a P. What was that smirk for? This is easy.
Phone.
Yes. What are you smirking at?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something else besides a phone that rings. Like a podiatrist. You can ring them up technically, but they answer the phone.
Sure. All right. Something that pops starting with a B.
Balloon.
And then finally, something that creaks that starts with a D.
A dinosaur? No, a door.
I'm going to make this fast. What was that 10 seconons of silence, Carrie?
It was
I'm going to actually make it fast.
Give me more. I'll make it fast. Come on, let's go. We're already faster than what we were doing the last time. Let's do it.
All right, Carrie. A part of the body you don't have hair on.
Nothing. I think there's hair on every single pore. No, there's peach fuzz there. My heart doesn't have any hair on it, I don't think.
Are you sure?
Damn. Now I don't know. My ear doesn't have hair on it.
Definitely has hair on it.
Gabe, I don't have hair on my ear.
You could do like the bottom of your foot or your palm.
Yeah, you're right. My
Anyway.
palm does not have hair.
Okay, here we go. A part of the body that blisters easily.
Oh, like the heel of your foot.
Yeah. For me, it'd be like my hands.
Ew.
Just,
From all the work.
well, and golf and stuff. But anyway, okay. A part of the body that changes... A part of the body that changes in size throughout the day. This one's tough.
Throughout the day.
Yep.
Like your stomach.
Sure.
Because if you're full,
Yeah.
it'll be a little bit more bloated. If
Sure.
if you're allergic to something, it could, that's
Could also do your iris. Allows
that's a good one.
light in and less light out.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. I
All
like
right.
that one.
I got two more for you.
Okay.
A body part you see a specialist for.
A podiatrist. Like a foot doctor.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
What's with you and podiatrist today?
I don't know. It's just such a funny word, a podiatrist.
Okay. Yeah. Teeth, eyes, many others. Like dentist.
Yeah.
All right, one more. A body part that gets bigger as you get older.
The butt. Let me be honest. It just keeps getting bigger.
I don't know. No, I don't know. For guys, we seem to scratch it all off.
Oh, look at you. For me, for ladies, it's different.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you have kids, it's a very different animal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could have done also just nose and ears. Those grow forever.
What? No, they don't.
Yes. Anyway, all right. Do you feel like you thought fast?
Yeah, but now I have to think about my nose and my ears growing. What am I going to turn into Dumbo at 40?
It's K92.3. Happy September. Once again, this is the 1st of September. You, Carrie, myself have been together.
All together.
But a saying that we have grown accustomed to adding to the repertoire here on the K Country Morning Show. We love when it's a brand new month because if the past month stunk and you stunk in it, you have the chance to have a successful new month, a bit of a restart.
Yeah.
And we want to give you a chance this September, which is a very exciting time for baseball, to win some baseball tickets.
Yeah, the Iowa Cubs, they are the Des Moines-based baseball team. They are fantastic. I've seen them only once, but I've been to their stadium.
All right.
I've been to their stadium twice. I went to go see them at Principal Park over the weekend, and then I saw the Savannah Bananas there last year. But I got a chance to go to Des Moines, actually, to go see the Iowa Cubs. I stopped by Zombie Burger, which is like super popular, and it was delicious. Right. Oh my gosh. I putzed around in like that area, sort of the East Village area, and I went to Ray Gun. And after the game, we just popped by the State House to just check it out.
Sure.
And if you want to have a fun little outing for the last bit of September, for the last bit of baseball season, this is a really cool opportunity. We're giving you a chance to win some Iowa Cubs tickets. Just tap the K92.3 app, and you could be winning some of those.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And did you know, Carrie, that today is Telephone Tuesday? The Tuesday after Labor Day is the day businesses get the most phone calls all year long.
Oh, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I feel like once summer is officially over, people are like, okay, we're back in the saddle. We got to make some calls. We got to make some moves. We got to.
But summer's not officially over yet. That's not until September 22nd.
Like the kids are back in school. Like the summer, like physical, not the physical season, but like the time season.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of kids who are going to school for the first time where I grew up in Minnesota.
Yeah,
today's their first day of school.
Today's the first day of school back in Pennsylvania for us.
Yeah, and one of the reasons is it's partly because everyone's open again after the long weekend, and it's when people start planning for the holidays.
Oh, no.
And with school back in session, adults can get back to kind of tackling those to-do lists. Now, Telephone Tuesday is kind of a loose business observation, kind of like a distant cousin of a Black Friday, but it may be fading into the past now that a growing number of businesses use automated menus or you can do so much online. So Telephone Tuesday, sadly, might be kind of going to the wayside. Just another classic holiday that we really don't need, and it's obsolete.
I completely forgot that the holidays are like in a few months.
They're creeping up.
Oh, my God.
We are going to end the show with Celebrities Gabriel Doesn't Know coming up in about 10 minutes here on the K Country Morning Show. Let's see how many I can get today. I think today's going to be a good day.
Gabe, I have to mentally recover. Christmas is in like 3 months. Oh, my gosh.
K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. We're going to end the program today with a little game we like to call Celebrities Gabriel Doesn't Know. You did not sound very enthusiastic there.
Today stinks.
I'm going to do great.
Today stinks. Today is September 3rd. If today is your birthday,
happy birthday to my buddy Tyler. Congratulations.
And happy birthday to my little cousin Ruthie. She turns 8 years old today.
All right, let's go. Ruth. Come on, Dr. Ruthie.
Dr. Ruthie. And
Baby Ruthie.
Let me tell you, she is a tall 8-year-old, and it is terrifying how tall she is. Her parents, I think, both of them could be on a basketball team, but this kid's going to be on a basketball team, I swear.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go.
She's so freaking tall.
I love it.
Okay, let's move on to the people who are celebrities. Today, this 38-year-old Olympic snowboarder, known as the Flying Tomato.
Shaun White.
Yeah, there we go.
And we use celebrities in quotes today because apparently the list stinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
This 38-year-old, his real name is Omar Pasley. Do you remember that song Cheerleader? I wish that I found myself a cheerleader.
Yeah, the pop song?
Yeah. Who is it by?
I might need you just to like vamp for 7 seconds here.
Okay, yeah.
I have to go through my old pop radio mind.
I think I found myself a cheerleader. Always right there when I need her.
You know what? I don't know if I'm going to get it. What is it? Oh, am I?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
wow.
O-M-I. Oh. Okay. This 59-year-old guy is winning. Duh, winning. He's an actor.
An Iowa native replaced him on a show.
Yeah.
That would be Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, there we go.
Dragon's blood, baby.
Okay. Are you a big fan of the Sex Pistols? The band?
I'm glad we clarified. Yeah, thank you there. No, I know who the band is, but no.
Because the guitarist, Steve Jones, he's 69 today.
Let's go, Steve. Happy birthday,
to
brother.
Him. This 82-year-old man is in the Beach Boys.
Is that all it gives you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Al Jardine.
Sounds great. Happy birthday, Al.
Today is Telephone Tuesday, like Gabe mentioned. The NFL season kicks off
Let's
in 2
go!
days.
go.
And it's 8 days until Patriots Day, also known as September 11th.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. We hope you have an awesome Tuesday. We're back on the work week grind here, and we will be back to talk to you tomorrow morning right here on the K Country Morning Show. Jess is coming up with 30 minutes of nonstop country music. The world's full of nice people. If you can't find one, you got to be one.